Rub our hands together like the prelude.
And welcome to the Hall Priest Universe. I'm King HP, also known as Father, or also known as Mr. Sippable. And you know who it is to my left, right. We have Dora, not the Explorer, aka She the Machine.
Hi, hi, hi. Hello.
How are you feeling? It's been a little while.
I know we've been bullshitting. This terrible tan still. I'm gonna fix it though this next week, guys. Don't worry.
Oh man, we have an episode. It's great. We now know From is coming back to us. If you're not aware, I mean, there's been trailers and such out.
Get
April
aware.
19th. We know that this is now a thing. It's official, as official it can get. Uh, so very excited for From. Uh, but this is Women's History Month, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
So we had to do a
what better?
women's special.
Oh, absolutely. I can't even believe I have these in my ear. Um, I'm
I
over
tried
here
to connect
listening to
my
stuff.
earlier.
I'm like, what is this
Headphones are not where
crazy?
it's at right now today.
Yeah, I was like, what are those green things in my ear? But no, it's women's history month, and what better way to go through a comeback episode and getting back into the swing of things as we
Mm-hmm.
count down the days to From uh with with the women of From, and there's lots to choose from, whether it's Tabitha or Donna or Ted Chin. Chen has been on the show and did an interview with us, and we're very happy to have her. Maybe there are some newcomers. I believe there was a newcomer coming. We haven't even well, there are some. We've seen it in the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cat's out the bag, right? So definitely look forward to seeing what this season brings. But we could talk about your girl. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
Um,
I'm trying to get my kids to get off the internet
oh,
because it
gotcha,
keeps
gotcha,
going
gotcha.
down on mine. Well, and because they're about to start yelling. I heard them hyping themselves up to start yelling, and I was like, no way, this is not happening right now.
Well, yeah, definitely check out the channel. Uh, Interview we did, Elizabeth Moy, great interview. Y'all remember that's Tien Chin. I'm not gonna go into the details of what happened to her, but we may have to do that this episode. There's a
We
couple people
do.
who I feel like we have to talk about. They're very integral to the show, and you want to start with the Matthews family women. Uh,
Oh
we have
yes,
seen we have seen them now. Uh, the show
they went
essentially
missing the
starts.
day before your birthday, 3, 4 years ago. 220.
So
This
if
show
you
was
you
meant for you, just so you know. This show
you
is
know
meant
what?
for you.
I appreciate that. They were probably coming to see me. I didn't know. It was a surprise, and
It's
they
so
never
and
made
then
it.
you just wouldn't it be like a palm tree or something though if they were coming to see you because you're
Oh
in
yeah, it would have been
Florida?
a whole different type of tree. You come
Yeah,
down to
that's
Florida,
not. Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah.
but um, I definitely think that the Matthews family. The show starts with them. We got to talk about it. Season 4 is going to be absolutely insane for several reasons. One, this picture, as you see, we got Ethan down there. We got Jim. Jim was decimated at the end of season 3.
That's a
He
good
was
choice of words. Yes, decimated.
he was decimated.
I don't even think he has a jaw anymore.
Yeah. So the thing about where season 4 is going to have to start is seeing what's going to happen with these women, with his wife, who has learned about she's been reincarnated on multiple occasions.
Multiple, yes. This is not her first, third, second, or third life so far. This might be her fourth or fifth.
And then even to make matters worse, um, Julie, Julie is a time traveler,
Hmm.
essentially. And that being said, Julie being having that ability, I don't think anyone knows because the only person that was aware was decimated, right? And that's Jim, as we see to the left, right? So you look at how long the Matthews family has been there, Tabitha, Julie, and their journey.
Yeah, now we got two Julies. We got Bob and we got long hair. Both wigs terrible, by the way. So
Not both wigs terrible.
they gotta, I can't. They gotta up the wig budget for me because I should not be seeing, yeah, Julie's hair like that. I love her, but no.
Well, I think it's great that they can differentiate the Julies because she was in the diner talking to Ethan
Hmm.
last we saw her. And then when her father just learned about what's going on with his wife, which again, so far out there, right?
Hmm.
So salute to them. Jim was killed. Jim was killed by the man in yellow.
It's like I told you,
Um,
the men are just not for real. They're terrible husbands. This is about the women. Okay, except Tabitha
so being
being
that we're talking about
really.
the women, is there any guess to what? Because at that moment, that's the last thing we see before the show ends.
Mhm.
Your wife shouldn't have been digging that hole, Jim. And then he kills Jim. Julie screams, and it looks like she runs off. Who is the one to find Jim? Is it going to be his wife? Is it going to be Re? I mean, does Julie bump into other people? Does she go back into her time zone? What is going on with these two? Tabitha, Julie.
I feel like they have to make her run into herself because the only person she'll know where they're at is herself. So no way she doesn't like go. I don't know. At this point, she has to be warning herself. If the man in the yellow came out, she needs to go tell herself something because, like, no, no, we need the man in yellow. Yeah. She's going to have some stuff that she needs to tell us. So she's either going to be intermingling and pretending, or I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to introduce this Julie.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great secret. I don't know if it's going to be her bumping into her mom. Her mom is still just learning that she's been reincarnated. And the man in yellow, who's out in the daytime, is out there, and they aren't aware. No one's aware. Jim is laid down. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. Um, so the Matthews family, let's keep in mind there are two women, Tabitha, Julie. I have another question. This is a big dog now. This the next lady.
Mhm.
What are your plans for her for season 4? What are your thoughts on her as we walk into this journey? And here she is, as you see, she's like a lifer. She's been in Fromville for a long time. Remember, she came with her sister. Unfortunately, she watched her sister get killed, and that was her introduction. She predates the talisman, and so
Mhm.
that's Donna.
Yes.
Has anyone ever tried to call that 1-800 number on the bottom?
I don't know. Do you think we should try calling in and see what happens? Because are the
Yeah,
numbers
why
all
not?
the same?
I don't know. Let me go back and see. This one
Oh,
didn't
not
have
all
a
of them
line.
have the one. Okay, let me write that number down. You can call it real quick. Let's call it and see what happens.
1-800. We're gonna do this live. We're gonna see what this is, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna now. If this is some sleazy thing, don't think I was the pervert. Whoever put that post up did it. All right, we're
Yes.
gonna we're gonna.
Epic.
For calling. To help us better service your needs, please listen closely to the following special offers available to you. Are you looking
Oh,
for affordable TV or internet at the lowest prices with no annual
oh, it's
contract?
the Epic's
Press
phone
1 to get the best
number.
packages available for you and your family. Looking to book your next dream vacation or trip? Press 2 for cheap
Oh,
flights,
that's
airline
interesting.
tickets, and airfare deals. Would you like to book a beautiful hotel room at a fraction of the normal price? Press 3 to get a great deal on your next hotel reservation. For all other calls, press pound.
All right, let's press 3. Let's see.
For a new reservation, please press 1. To change or cancel an existing reservation, please press 2. For customer service, please press 3.
What is this a
Anything else,
reservation?
please press 4.
That's what I'm
Recall
saying.
this
It's
number
not
on the
saying-
bottom.
Yes.
It's gonna be crazy. If someone picks up, I'm gonna freak out.
I'm gonna be-
Yeah, I'm here to.
Am I on?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I can hear you. How may I help you, sir?
yeah, where is this a reservation booked to?
I'm sorry.
Where is this a reservation? I'd like to book a reservation, but where to? Oh, it just hung up. Oh, that's crazy.
Interesting, actually, because I hadn't thought about that actually.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can book a reservation. I should have been like, I'm trying to book a reservation with Donna Raines. She's been
You
missing.
should have. Let me see.
Oh my gosh. So it's a live number.
It is a
1-800
live number.
97 contact. Like, that's crazy. I have some more of these. I don't think they have.
Numbers.
Hers is the only one I have that has a number.
Hmm.
Hers is the only one I have that has a number. I'm gonna be calling that tonight.
Again.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to book this reservation. We got to see where this goes. But going back, going back now that we know that we can get reservations to who knows where, maybe the colony.
God knows
I don't
where
know.
exactly.
Maybe we shouldn't book the reservation. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe we
It's
should not.
obviously, yeah, maybe whoever originally posted it, that's the number
If
they
you
were
book a
using to scam
reservation and
people.
go to do something tomorrow and there's a tree in your way,
It's Jerry's fault.
no, I'm a great
It
guy,
was
you know.
Well, I definitely, from what I've kind of, or I'm hoping I'm wrong, from what I've seen kind of online, I'm wondering if this is her, like, I don't want to call it last season because you know they always pop up, but I think this might be her season. I'm just feeling
Yeah,
it in my bones, and I feel a little bit sad about it.
Oh, wait, when you say you think it
Because
might be her season,
I think it's happening. This might be the season we lose Donna.
don't say that.
She's been so
Donna's a
quiet
trooper.
lately, you know, and then they hardly are showing her in the trailers.
They
I
even
don't know
show
if
a
we
new
can-
character in the trailer.
I don't know if they can carry without Donna though, friend.
Listen, I feel like they can do anything they would choose to, and you know, at the end of the day, they can move forward with great stories. I think if they did do that with Donna, they would make it a very heart-wrenching thing to where, you know, we would be like, you would cry. You
Mhm.
would probably cry. And I'm just gonna be honest. We don't want to lose Donna. We're gonna change some colors here a little bit.
So you're
We're
gonna
gonna go with. Is that a bluish gray in our back? Like, what color are those trees? Oh no, we don't
like
like that.
a green with the flash.
Is it like too
Are these
greenish?
the women? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
We'll just let that blend in. But so Donna, if you think this is going to be Donna's last season, again, Donna is one of the mainstays. Remember, Donna got to Fromville in 2018. Now, remember the show. She predates Talisman.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you some background a little bit, right? Donna comes in 2018. She predates Talisman. On top of predating the Talisman, right? The Boyd gets there about a year afterwards, 11-15, because this is when Ellis gets there. And remember, Ellis, Abby,
And Boyd,
were,
yes.
were riding together. So she's there for about 15 months before Boyd even gets there. And then once Boyd gets there, he has to go and do the journey and try to go out and wander and all that, and then finds the talisman. Then once that happens, At some point, they go on a streak of 96 days without incident. And that's when the Matthews family arrives.
Mm-hmm.
So just for timeline, when Donna, you say Donna's gonna get taken out. Oh, that's a mega, because Donna, remember Father Kotri was there, and he also predated the talisman. I'm not sure who was here first, but
Mm-hmm.
they had time. He told Boyd that I was here when people were like, we buried so many. Like you know
So
what I'm saying?
many.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that choice that you think Donna can't make. Donna's only time she almost got clipped was when Randall caught her. Remember, Randall had her up on the tree,
Yes. Yes.
tied up. Jim, she was like, Jim, this dude, Randall wasn't playing no games. But
I just feel like
I
at
don't.
this point we can't put past any of them not being reincarnated, like the main cast anyway. Like they all have to be some kind of reincarnation at this point, or some kind of time traveler, like Julie.
I don't think they'll make everybody that. I think they'll keep it really. Now, the reincarnation part, that could be a thing. But the time traveler, because here's the thing. I think the Matthews are very special in the fact that one, even if everybody is a reincarnation that's in Fromville, right, of previous incarnates of who was there, who sacrificed their kids and all that stuff, right? Not many of them got caught with their kids physically and brought back, which is why they would have these powers. Julie can't go into your regular Publix, Winn-Dixie, ShopRite, and just start time travel.
Mm-hmm.
She got brought to this special place where, because she's with her mother, her and Ethan, I think, have these strange abilities.
Yeah, because she had to have jumped into a faraway tree in whatever timeline that she's in for her to end up in a random place, like right there, basically.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. And so Ethan was talking about the Cromonacle in the first episode. So this is why I think, because most people who might be potential reincarnates, they're not there with their kids. And coincidentally, the show starts with the slaughtering of a family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's essentially the last kid in Fromville when the Matthews arrive.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that works. Frank was the dude's name. I don't remember the wife and daughter's name, but Frank, because remember he was drinking at the
It was
bar.
like Megan or something with the
You
M,
might
the
be right.
daughter.
I think you might be right. So that's the thing. So Donna, my plans for Donna's gonna go to where Donna is going to help out this next person. Now, you brought up something about reincarnation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, we know the Boyds have been there since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
This person is fairly new, but I want to talk about some reincarnation. And do you think this possible that this person, because Tabitha is not that old, right? She's not that young either, but she's the reincarnation of Victor's mom.
Mm-hmm.
So Tabitha couldn't have even been born when Victor was there. So we know that she has to be younger than Victor, because once she passed away, now Tabitha has to be born maybe the next day or whatever, a year from then, whatever. And that spirit has to find a new host.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's, and then she had those dreams. So here's the couple I want everyone to be aware of, right? What are the odds that this could be
That one makes the most sense to me solely because they brought her in as a character that would fight against Void, and one of the only people he would listen to was his wife.
yes.
So they bring a
And
wife-like character, the shift.
yes. So remember this. Abby Stevens, that's the one featured on the left. I don't know why that takes up the whole screen. That's kind of dope, but I can't put us on the screen with that clip.
Mhm.
But anyway, she she was a Marine, right?
Mhm.
And Boyd was in the army, and Boyd talked about that. Here is Acosta, badass. Um, she's a police officer. So it's like a person who finds a spirit leaves because remember she died. Boyd had to put her down because she was shooting people, and momentarily, you know, um, I don't think she could have been born. But let's say that reincarnation thing is one of those things that maybe you can find a host if you're already alive because they got there, you know, 2019, right? So
Well, because
there's
it
no
doesn't
way.
that I guess that just wouldn't make sense to me just because they have the dreams from when they're younger, you know? Like
Yeah.
Tabitha started when she was just, a little girl.
And Tabitha's a thing because Tabitha could have been, if she's younger than Victor, remember Victor's mom died when Victor was a child, and
Mhm.
Victor is a fully grown man.
Mhm.
So that can make sense. But let's say the spirit has to just find a host. Could it be likely that or that there's a relationship here,
No,
right?
I think it's just one
Between
of those where it's a time thing where now it's time for this to happen again. So that's why they bring the family because everyone's like a reincarnation. So everyone's reincarnated without their kids except, Jade and Tabitha. Because I stick by, I don't think Jim was supposed to be coming with them. I think there was initially supposed to be a divorce and Jim just kind of one of those stubborn husbands, like I'm gonna save my family type shit, ended up stuck with them because he chose, not to leave, or like Victor's dad chose to be like a drunk instead of, taking care of his family and stuff like that. I think it's
I
just
mean
one of
that
those rotations. Yeah.
right. I mean I'm with you. I will say this. Um Jim, right? Um Jim Henry in the initial character that Jade is incarnated from. They were all
Mhm.
with Tabitha at some point in her
Yes.
reincarnations, right?
And they didn't
So
come with her after, I'm
they never
assuming
came with right.
they
So
never came
I
back with her.
I think this show is gonna have to explain how reincarnation works,
Yeah,
or
how
it could
their
be the spirit
reincarnation works. Yes.
how they're because again, if the spirit can find a host, well then I still think Abby Stevens could be. Now, remember, before Abby Stevens was taken out, she said, "This reminds me of a dream I used to have when I was a little girl."
Hmm.
Very important statement because we saw that Tabitha used to have dreams of this when she was a little girl, only to find out she was incarnated.
Hmm.
So it's very interesting to see that somebody else was having these dreams essentially and such.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that um, I definitely think that Abby and Acosta have some sort of tie-in
Hmm.
that we will be seeing in the somewhat near future. I think they can't avoid it. I think it's just and it's also funny because Boyd is so lonely and now Boyd is always arguing with Acosta. That's the person he's like,
Hmm.
so it's almost like a power struggle between them too. She's the new guard. And going back to Donna, I feel like Donna will endorse Acosta. She has the physical training. She's new. She's vibrant. Some people are going to say, we need new ideas. Boy, you were never really a cop. You don't know how to do, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Versus the one who actually is a cop. Matter of
But
fact, she ain't
also,
never even
I
saw
guess
no.
that's where I get confused because then I'm like, is it really like Because like I think I don't know if you remember, we talked about how we feel like every person that comes to the town is having something bad in their real life happening. Like,
Right.
what if like Kenny and his parents, you know what I mean? What if they were supposed to come earlier, like before his dad lost his memory, but they just came too late? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if some of these people, they're supposed to come earlier, but they came at the wrong time. So they're like 5 months late, or, 6 months late, a year too early. Because the Matthews obviously were a timing. That was the timing issue. They needed to get there at that time. So if all these other people, like Sarah and them, like, why were maybe they were too soon. They came too soon, if that makes sense. Like, oh, maybe we all should have came at the same time
Yikes.
for the loop to work, if that makes sense. Because like the layer, when they're coming in, you know what I mean? Like the dates, they're obviously coming in, like, I don't want to use the word coupled up, but they're coming in like in groups. Like two will come this year, two will come this year, three will come this year. But that's why I guess I'm confused by how they're doing I just need what is it? A description. I need them to tell us about how they believe reincarnation and time works in the Fromville world.
Yeah, I think when they go into season 4, that's gonna have to get touched on and explained, and it's gonna be very interesting because, um, again, I would like to see if they can revisit the Abby situation. I had these dreams as a little girl. Is there someone else who's gonna come out the closet to say, "I remember this when I was little," right? Maybe Adana, because you said you think a lot of them are already reincarnates.
Because remember who
So
ended up? Because I only say that about like Tian Chen and like Kenny and them, because when you think about it, Jade was supposed to be what's his name from before, right? The guy with the puppet. So why is it that Tian Chen is the one that ended up with, his journal to give to the new person that's reincarnated as him? Unless she also is a reincarnation of, what is it? Victor's mom. Like they were supposed to all be reincarnated of each other. Because you know what I mean? Like, why would Tian Chen randomly end up with Jade's journal? And you know what I mean? When everyone that seems to be attached to Jade, when you're Tabitha's person, you're attached to Jade somehow. So you know what I mean? Maybe that's Tian Chen was originally supposed to be like that, but maybe a little too old and a language barrier. You can't really get through with people if not everyone speaks the same language. So they might have picked the wrong person, not realized it, then moved on to a new group of people, like at that time. Unless they're a whole different family that's reincarnated into the Frontville that has one kid and two parents.
what did this have? This was Boyd, Mr. Fish and Lobes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, just think about how happy he was at this moment. He was with his wife. He's got his son. They were just driving off into the sun's. I don't know
Yep,
where they
they're
were.
driving off to go into their summer home together.
Man, and I gotta ask you about. No, I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna ask you about a couple more women, and where do you think they're gonna line up for season 4?
Okay.
Christy, an integral part of the show. She was not one of the originals that started there. No, she was.
Mm-hmm.
Marielle was not. Now, if you see that date, 2021, she gets there about 6 months
That's her
before the
name.
Matthews, right? And she came 1-800-188 missing with any tips about. Hey, she got a number, y'all. I'm gonna
I
call
don't
it.
think I think there's definitely gonna be a separation between her and Muriel, whatever her name is. Her girly, her wife, lady, whatever she is. Because
Yeah,
it seems like they're taking, she's going the doctor route, helping everybody, and her girlie's going crazy with Randall over there. You know what I mean? Because not everyone can hear. And we don't know a lot about her either because she came in later. She's on the drugs. or she's sobering up. And that's
She's
pretty much
still,
all we've learned.
I believe she's still sobering up. We've seen her go into that
No,
cabinet. And
she did take what's her name's liquid painkiller, man.
Man. I'm seeing if I can get a name. She stabbed her with the scissors.
Pull it
Fatima
up.
stabbed her. What was her name?
I don't know, but
No.
y'all was saying she was a bad person, and I was like, not my Tilly. Oh, Tilly, that's her name.
Tilly.
Tilly.
Tilly. Tilly was suspect.
Tilly
I'm
was
not
the
gonna lie.
little sus for a little bit there. I was starting to believe it might be her. I will agree with you.
Yeah, that was a very insane situation. When Tilly was man, salute to Fatima and such, but then they took out Tilly.
Tilly did not. No,
They still haven't
Jesus, we
solved it.
called it. Oh no, sorry. Jesus was like, that number's too long to call. No, we called it. We called it, Fred.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. No,
Oh man, that's
I'm
dope.
saying we called it because someone said that number is too long to call, I think.
I'm about to call it.
You already called the 1-800 number.
No, the one for Christy over here.
Oh, what if you get a missing persons? What are you gonna say? We're on a show.
Yeah, I got some information. Tune in MISSING 1-888-647-7464. All right, let's see what pops up. Let's see what pops up. This be crazy for real.
Another real person. We're just calling all the 800s today.
Recording an error. Number.
Okay, so that is totally out of service. But the Donna joint, the Donna number, was
That
trying to
one's
make us
very
make
active.
reservations.
Yes, and they wouldn't tell us where they hung up.
Yeah, so that's a very interesting one, but Christy, yikes.
Chrissy, I don't know. She almost lost her foot. We gotta remember she almost lost that foot. She just got it back. She's arguing with Kenny.
She just got it back.
She's arguing with Kenny. You know, they went into the field. She was talking to Boyd because Boyd's what does he have again? Parkinson's? No, Parkinson's?
I think he does have Parkinson's.
Is that what it was?
'Cause he just
Okay.
has like,
Because he's
yeah,
got the
it like
shakies.
alludes. Yeah, so
Okay, let me think. I don't know because I don't think they can lose Christy unless they bring in another doctor or nurse. And as you saw, they all got taken out except Acosta.
yeah.
So we can't lose Christy. That's why I'm thinking Muriel's definitely gonna take. I wonder if they're gonna explore her doing drugs. Like if it's like, oh, let me do these drugs to see if I can connect to the bad people. You know how there's always that one like mystical person that's like, I'll do these magical drugs and I'll get in mental like connection with the monsters and stuff like that.
Well, I do think that may be a thing for her where if she does it and she goes into a possession of some sort, right? But then people will play okay, but she was on drugs, right? And then there's going to be another people go, well, you know what I mean? Like maybe they're trying to talk to her through whatever. And so I think that is something that they may be looking at in season 4 with Mariel, especially as we get the divide with her and Fatima. I think
because there's definitely there's gonna be some kind of divide this season, and it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be like Boyd and Donna versus like obviously Acosta and maybe the new girl that they're adding on. Because I can't imagine Kenny at this point. Why make Kenny switch up on anybody? Like he's lost everybody since he's gotten here, and all of a sudden a random switch up. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm wondering if Kenny will be the one maybe killed this year, or if the town will just keep him suffering. But I definitely think Donna, I'm sadly, because you know that's one of my favorite characters. I think she might be one of the next up.
Yeah, I think you saying that out loud makes me face the morality that Donna may not
Mhm.
make it. And that's not what we want.
Not at
We need a
all,
healthy.
because who's gonna be Boyd's voice of reason? Not my girl Sarah. She's the town murderer. We can't have the town murderer. We just need her to call her and be like, "Hey, I need you to do this job for me." Because
Right,
obviously
right,
she's
right.
already proven she's down. She said, "I can't let Boyd go evil. I gotta stab this motherfucker in the eye for Boyd and get the answer as to where Fatima is at." You know what I mean?
Well, let's talk about her. Your girl.
My girl. My
Yikes.
Pennsylvania baddie. Yes.
I'm not a fan of hers. Sarah Myers. She's been missing. Now, if you put that in relation, around the same time as Christy, right? Just September 18th. Christy got there August 8th. So they were kind of like back to back in their
Do
arrivals
you think there was a
from.
lesbian couple back in the day? Maybe there was some ladies, you know? One of the
Oh,
families
which
could
one?
be like lesbians. What if that's why they came back to back?
Who came back?
I'm
What are you talking
sorry,
about? What do you
Christy
mean?
can't be the only lesbian coming into this town, friend. Like, I'm sorry. Christy and Muriel, no way. The odds of only one homosexual couple makes no sense. I definitely think we're gonna get some breakup soon. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like something's a stirring.
Yeah,
Because the man to women ratio is not making sense as far as if you think of all the people that we saw, the milkman, the mechanic, the cowboy, the lady, who is it? From the monsters. Smiley, the young girl, I'm trying to
the
think of
old
like that
woman at
whole
the
group.
window. Well,
Yes,
remember, those are only the
exactly.
ones that, typically
Sacrifice their
speaking,
children. Yes.
yes. And there was even the young boy who, in season one, when the Matthews first get there, they were like, he was like, "Hey, Julie, you remember me?"
Julie's lover from another
So
time.
yeah, so we'll it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. But again, there's not really too many couples anyway. There's the Fatima, Ellis, Kenny's trying to be a couple with someone who's already in a relationship. So it's just really interesting. But um I think that when we talk about like Sarah, Sarah lost her brother.
Hmm.
So sad. She killed him. She offed him. She got him up out of here. She packed him up. You know,
It wasn't her fault. Let's not. We don't have to bring. You always got to bring up these deaths like they were on purpose or something. She was
well, I mean,
controlled
just
by
a
the
little bit.
town. You know, just like the new girl's gonna get controlled by the town, probably. Just like Elgin, no one's over there. Everyone's like, at least they're not pulling like what they're doing with Elgin, because I can't imagine what they're gonna do with Elgin this next season. Like, the redemption arc is gonna have to be redemption all the way through.
I
Like,
don't know if he's gonna
he
make it.
needs to cut his own foot off or something to prove to me that he's a loyal man, loyal to the crown, or whatever term it would be.
Nah, I think he's done for.
I don't know. I think Sarah will end up being nice to him just because, she did have to hurt him, but they both, both of them, the town talked to them.
Listen, I'm be honest. You can't take my eye and then be like, "Hey, I was just trying to do what was right for the town,
Why not?
for
We're
the
in a
people."
small town.
And then the baby turned out to be one of the monsters. That's going to be another thing. So season 4 has some interesting questions to address. Elgin, and they end up birthing a monster.
Mhm.
That sound, that whatever you heard that you were so adamant about protecting was not on our side. One. Two, Tilly's death. She died in season 3. Gone. Took the stab from Fatima, right? Uh and Fatima, Fatima's been there a little while too, 2021. She, about a year prior to the Matthews, and we saw the celebration of the 1 year in the Colony House when she hit that 1 year. So kind of goes to show you how accurate these posters are, right?
Well, also, what if Fatima and Ellis are also a reincarnated family and when they have kids, every time you have a kid, if you're a reincarnated person, maybe it turns into the demon. It doesn't end up ever being a kid. It just is the reincarnated version of whatever monster got killed or whichever monster is supposed to be the monster.
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Like it's an interesting concept too, because we know Tabitha was a reincarnate. We don't know who else may be, because maybe
Mhm.
many, like Ellis draws, and Ellis draws some things that are very like
Mhm.
so them both being reincarnates is very, very possible. And the penalty is you can never because maybe if they did that before and had children out of Fromville, sure,
Mhm.
because that's what Tabitha had done. But in Fromville, oh no, you're not about to get pregnant. Not on our watch. This is instant plan B here. Like there is no getting pregnant on the watch.
Do you
Not
think
here.
they also did that on purpose too? Like, that's what I'm thinking about, how much like the monsters actually know about themselves. Like, do you think they might have set them up to where they would get pregnant, one of them would die, and then they would reincarnate so that they would, so that the people in Fromville can realize this shit's not what you think it's gonna be still. Like, you still think you're about to be out just because Tabitha got out? No way. Your baby's a demon. So,
No, no. I don't know. I don't. I think the town could have possibly set them up. So if anyone thinks that they are going to get pregnant in that town to keep life going and they'll have a new way of life, the town won't let that happen. The
mhm.
town won't let that happen either. So that's very, very plausible. Otaku, salute. Hey, brother, we have not forgotten you either. We just had a conversation about your winnings. It
Otaku,
just
just come and visit me. What is it, like 7 hours? Take a flight, friend. Let's hang out. Yes, what, you can come
no, we
too.
gotta get that. We gotta get that. I
Yes,
just
that's
didn't
what
know
I'm
how illegal it is to
saying.
transfer
Well,
alcohol
also
when
because my thinking was it's okay,
if you're not a liquor
WrestleMania is
person.
gonna be in New Orleans this year. That's what I thought last year, but no, you know, that's a different conversation. But yeah, it was supposed to be in New Orleans. So we were supposed to be going over to our friend to hang out with him for WrestleMania season, but then they went and got greedy and said, let's go to Vegas. Vegas was so fun, right,
Yeah.
guys? No, it wasn't. It was awful. I was there and it was an experience. Worth it? I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I don't know. No offense to the people that live in Vegas either, because I know there's a few people, but no, no, sorry, guys.
Okay. But a taco, we got you. Don't think you were forgotten about. Um,
I will literally
I
pull
just know
out
for
all
future
three
reference,
bottles right now for proof. I swear to God,
it is
we still
not
have your
any.
bottle.
But yeah. Salute to you, good sir. I'll say this though. As far as pregnancies and such with Fatima, that's going to be addressed too. Where's Fatima's mental state? Uh, because one Elgin,
Hmm.
who it looks like it's a survivor, kidnapped her, right? And that is, if you hold Elgin accountable, people are going to call for the head of Sarah. Now, people still have not solved Tilly's death.
I think
Oh,
honestly, I think we can step over that now. Like if they don't go back to it next season, I don't think that'll bother any of the rest of the story, if I'm being honest. Because they're about to like, spiral it into whatever it is that we're gonna have going on this season.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, I just don't see the point in honestly even touching base. I mean, if they circle back, they circle back, but like I guess it would be different from Tian Chen's death. Solely because that was happening because the monsters were making it happen. And you had the time to process it. Now, I don't think they're gonna have the time to process anything that they just went through because that man's coming in. So we don't know. Yeah, and we don't know if the first episode, they love killing someone first episode every season. So like who are we gonna get that's dead? Like I don't need them to re-show us Jim dying. I need them to kill someone this first episode because it makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think they could also do a very thing like to cause chaos where there's the influx of people or monsters coming into the colony house, or the man in yellow appears in the town and people run out to the woods, and then it's getting dark, and then they're, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, and the man in yellow, because he may
I
have a
need the
secret
man
too.
in
He may have
yellow
to have a
to
weak.
have the power of transportation.
We got
I
to figure
want
out what his weakness is.
We're not gonna figure that
We-
out till fifth episode at least, friend. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I would say fourth, fifth episode, we'll find out what his
Because if he
weaknesses
doesn't
are.
have one,
It has to be the new character. Like I'm telling you, like the new lady they're bringing in or the new girl, if they have her as like a Bible thumper type of person, like the way that Sarah was coming into the town, they're gonna have I'm positive they'll have an episode where her and Sarah bond because they're both like obviously small town girlies that are probably of the Lord before they come over here. Or Sarah, honestly, at this point, I think Sarah and her brother were running from Sarah murdering someone in their hometown. That's just where I'm at. I can't imagine a different story. Because they really still haven't touched on Sarah's story. Like they vaguely touched on it when she was talking to Christy in the hospital that one time, but we still haven't gotten like Sarah's real like how did you get here? Like Fatima told us why she got there. We know the Matthews, we know Boyd's, we know Kenny's, we know Acosta's, we know we know everybody's story, Jade's at this point, but we do not know hers still. Her and Donna are the only two people we have not seen their backgrounds yet. And that's why I'm thinking if they pick to get rid of one of the two, I'm thinking it might be Donna, but then also heavily because we can't lose our murder. You can't lose your town murder unless you get rid of them yourself. And we're not putting nobody in that box. So
now the box is done. And the
The box
box
is
will bring up questions, because if they do put someone in the box, they're going to look at Sarah always. They're going to look at Fatima if the news gets out that she killed Tilly. They're going to look at Elgin because you tried to kidnap Fatima and you were responsible for reincarnating a monster. You
I'm gonna be
worked
like,
with
why they bringing up old shit? That's what I would say. Why y'all bringing it up? We're talking about now. That was before. We're here now. Who cares who I killed? It was only 4 people in an accident, you know. I don't know. I just I need to know this new girl's origin. Like I just need something because I can't imagine they'd bring her in as anything other than a strong character that would work with Acosta. Like make them 2 strong women that can convince you that it doesn't have to be this way anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that.
Or twist, Elgin and the new girl fall in love because she's like, oh, this poor man, he lost his eye. Like, why did this happen? How could we have gotten here? Just saying.
No.
Why
That man lost to
not?
9. No one's gonna feel bad for him except for
Why
like
wouldn't
certain
they?
people.
People feel bad for Sarah now. You know what I mean? Things
Once they
can
find out
change
what happened.
in that kind of atmosphere where things gotta, you gotta make decisions fast or you could die.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I just Elgin to dug a hole. And he's just in a weird spot because again, Sarah's the one who did it. So people are gonna look at Sarah. They already thought she was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna help her case. However, Boyd was doing it, and Boyd was already losing the respect of the town. So um it's very interesting dynamic going into season 4 of how people are gonna view Boyd and company and those that side with Boyd because Boyd is now alliance with, I'm not sure if Kenny's still on his side or not, but when it came to him doing something crazy to Elgin, all those people they kind of were aware.
Do
And then
you
they were kind
think
of
we
beefing because
will
of cost
get,
concern.
depending on how far back they take us, do you think we'll get an episode that like covers racism or covers like women's
Mhm,
suffrage, or
mhm,
like
mhm.
you think they'll go all the way back to the
They
cave,
they
the
they
cave,
they're
the
not
caves
going
type
to
of
even touch because the show does not have that dynamic built into it. So
thing?
if they did it, they could turn off viewers. And in the state of political climate, once you do that, there's going to be a certain percentage of your viewers are just going to lose. They're just going to be like, I didn't watch this to hear that. You know what I mean? And so like,
Well,
and
because you have to think the time frames that that they were
no,
in,
they
like
showed the Civil
all
War
that shit
soldier.
was happening. Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying. Like, I'm
yeah,
wondering if it'll be, they have to do like some kind of war episode. Because if they're
I just don't think
showing,
they'll go deep into it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you have Marielle and you have Christy, right? And they're gay couple, but they're not going to go super far. At least that's not what I think, because again, once you go so far, you turn off a certain audience, and you still have to keep numbers. So it's like, hey, we have this. We're trying to be inclusive. There's certain things that just make sense. Like we have a Civil War story here. We showed you a Civil War soldier, so it's going to come up. But I don't think they're going to do an episode about it. No. I
It'll
think they'll
probably
be
be like, did you ever watch the show Bones?
no.
No. Oh, whenever they do like time travel episodes, they usually do go back in the day. And I'm wondering if it'll be like one of those like Fox kind of, you know how they take you back in the day, but they don't show too much, but it's just enough for you to know like just the
To kind of put your
discomfort
own
of it.
story together a little
Yes,
bit. Yeah.
exactly. Because they
And
have
they
to
could do
show the
that.
soldiers. Yeah.
No, and when you speak on that, yeah, they could do something like that easily. But I think that's where they'll leave it. They won't. They're not going to press. Who watches Bones?
Everybody watches Bones that watches Fox after 10 o'clock, okay? After the news, the Fox 10. After that, they usually show like Bones or like, I'm so serious. This is the lineup. 10 to 10 to 11
Mm,
Fox News, and then
mm.
11 o'clock is when they start like the old Fox shows like Bones.
Nobody,
Everybody
yo,
watches
Attack
Bones,
on Michigan.
Otaku, shut up.
Nobody watches Bones.
Everybody watches Bones, just like everybody watches House. It's just one of those you won't admit that you fucking watch it. Like House and Bones and Law and Order SVU. Those are just those shows
I
that
do
you
watch
watch.
that by
I
accident. You get
know. If
stuck
you
in
watch
every time.
Bones, you would like it too. They have an
Nah,
Asian. They have a curly haired guy. I think he's
nah,
Jewish. They
we
have
ain't
the
doing. We
whites.
ain't,
They have the black lady that's the forensic person. Um they cover all the races. ZZ Top, one of the ZZ Top guys is the Asian girl's dad from when he was on the road, and that's how he has that daughter. I'm just saying.
toast to you trying.
Y'all are missing out, okay? Goodness gracious.
Awesome. I don't. I don't know. Uh, yeah, he.
Well, I'm just saying, I think there will be a political episode just because of the climate. And I know that all of them, like the guy, is it Joe or Joseph? The actual writer is very, what is it called? He's, I don't want to say very political, but he does mention on his personal pages and stuff, he is like very vocal about like prejudice stuff and racism and pretty much anything negative in the climate. So I think we could get a pretty good episode out of them. Because we don't have enough background stories. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Because who do we
I
got?
think
We got
season
Julie, Tabitha, Donna, Sarah, Cop Lady, kind of touched on New Lady, Muriel, Tian Chen, Bacta.
is crazy.
Huh?
Who? Bata?
Bacta. Yeah. Random. Yeah. You don't think
You
she's
don't
going to be
know.
important?
No, not yet. If they do a 5th season, yes. I think they'll integrate her more than we saw in season 4. This is the bus driver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bacta. Yeah.
So she had the nursery rhyme, kind of. I think
Yes.
in the trailer we saw there was a new character we hadn't seen. And also speaking about new characters, that person we saw did not look like this person, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
No,
That could
that
have
is
been this
she
person.
just had glasses on. Like she was very
Okay.
like that's why I said she's
Julie,
very much dressed like how Sarah dresses. So I wonder if they're gonna have them team up or if it'll be like separate.
so for this character, this had made some headlines. Deadline confirmed that From season 4 will premiere. Blah 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 blah. Julie Doyle, right? Joining the cast. She'll play Sophia, a sheltered, vulnerable pastor's daughter. Now remember, we've already had a pastor in Father Contra.
Ooh, idea. Another random thought. What
I want to
if
hear it because they don't look anything alike. But
what if
again,
they're
people
from
have
the same town
they could be.
and okay,
There
and
you go.
Sarah and her brother escaped the town because Sarah killed the pastor, and that's why the pastor's daughter's here. That would make the most sense for a storyline.
Did they say that in the thing that
No,
Sarah
but doesn't that make sense? Like,
Oh no, because Sarah was a good wholesome girl before. She got
are
turned
we?
out.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What if she did already have the killer tendency? And she did end up hurting someone, and that's why they had to leave. Because, like I said, they have not touched on why her brother. Because why not her parents? Why weren't they traveling with their parents? Why weren't they? Where's their grandma? Where's their older person? Because these are, if you think about it, the only two like younger people that have come together also as a brother and sister duo, and they have to be. I would assume they're 25 or younger. I wouldn't assume that they were supposed to be older characters. Sarah and her brother. So I'm thinking that's why I think it's very much a circle. Like she's going to be connected to one of them. And I think it's going to have to be just because of the pastor's daughter and because of like the small town girl look they've given her. She's going to have to know Sarah. Like, I think she's going to know Sarah. And
I
I
don't think
think
so.
Sarah, maybe Sarah or Sarah's brother
That'd be dope
killed.
though.
Yes.
If she did
That would
come
be
there and
great.
was like,
You
Sarah,
killed my dad. You killed my peach dad. That's what I'm saying. I think they should come in with that energy. That would make the most sense.
the town people will go crazy though because
Mhm.
oh 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 friend, we're almost at that 1 hour mark. I got some things I got to show you.
Okay.
Get your yes or no, but I'm gonna click yes.
Click yes or no. What? Did you send me
I
something?
have my other affairs going on.
Oh, okay.
But we're almost at the 1 hour mark, so we're almost out of time. I don't want to keep us too long. Instagram will shut down at 1 hour. So, any last words or comments? Looking at some of the women, hopefully we get to see Tian Chen. Check the channel out. We have an interview with her. Awesome lady, Elizabeth Moy. Look out for more of her. She's actually a new actress, so definitely be on the lookout for her. And she totally killed the role of Tian Chen.
Mhm.
So hopefully in season 4, we get to see her maybe having some sort of
Yes, I hope she's
flashback.
in a Kenny flashback. Kenny
Yeah.
flashbacks.
Or
please.
maybe she's somebody's like voice of reason, like how Father Kotri was for Boyd.
What if she takes over Bacta's body at some point? So that would be so good. Like just to make pancakes for Ethan one day and Ethan will be eating pancakes and then,
Ain't happening.
these taste just like
Ain't
tension.
happening. Ain't happening. But anything else before we go? Any where can they find you? Tap in because they're about to shut down our
Um,
Instagrams.
just D the Machine 24. I'm not doing much right now, just living my life. My kids are in sports and stuff, but like wrestling podcasts. I'm still making, appearances on that, wrestling shows. I don't know. Yes, Julie B. I
Awesome.
hope we do get a full trailer very soon because I'm tired of these half-ass ones. And I just need to know. I need to know.
Yes. Salute to Julie, deep dives. And salute to a Taco Fix. We got you, brother. I definitely want to say as we get ready to get up out of here, check me out also on the Hall Priest Universe. We have a lot of stuff coming out. One, we're back to From 9 o'clock Sundays, and as well as some other content coming out for movies and entertainment. There'll be some shorts and such coming out. So I look forward to it. I'm very happy. Another thing, wrestling podcast. D does wrestling podcast. I do wrestling podcast. Check out the Attitude Era podcast. We recap SmackDown and Raw every Monday and Friday, and also we have something called the Wednesday Night Wars, where we go to war over different topics, and who knows who may be stopping by. So, um, just tap in, and follow us on the social medias.
Yeah,
King
and I guess
HG.
I would say, it's International Women's Day, so I would say some, I guess, creators you can follow, like Lovely, it's Lovely Laveau, I believe she is, that's her name on Twitter. Down for the Count podcast, Julie B Deep Dives, obviously her podcast too.
So
Let
why am
me
I not
see,
even on screen?
huh? And then,
I put myself off the screen. I didn't even
my
see it.
friend Megan Ambers as well. My friend Daisy has a Discord, a wrestling Discord. Astrid Pizarro as well. Let me think. Oh, T and Tussle, they're the British girlies that talk about wrestling. Let me think. Lip Gloss and Ladders.
Gloss and ladders is crazy.
Mimi from Black Wrestling Podcast. Mimi, let me think. I'm trying to think of all the women. Nicole, Tiffany. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't think of everybody right now. There's too many people. My friend Kaya. My other friend Amber, who works, she's one of the Grammy voters. She's in media, music media. Oh my gosh, my child is loud. I can hear her. I think that's all I can think of right now.
Mm. Salute.
Yes, salute.
Again, hit us up on the social medias, especially if you're a wrestling fan. Um, we definitely have some things to talk about, and we'll be back next Sunday, 9 o'clock. Also, hit the notification bell, share the broadcast, hit the like, subscribe if you're not a member. Um, I'm gonna see if I can get a T-shirt made because T-shirts you can ship easily. This
Mhm.
alcohol, the sign by Harold Perrineau, is very, very hard
Yeah, we
to
have.
do anything. Unless you're a distillery, it's very hard to move. I should have picked a different prize, but we're still gonna get Otaku that bottle because he wanted a T-shirt. Bro, I'm not giving you a T-shirt. I
Yeah,
would
no,
T-shirt,
unless it's
but
wrapped in your
I have to
bottle
get you
that
this
we're
bottle as
secretly
well.
shipping to
So
you.
you can get a T-shirt with the bottle, yes.
Yes.
But I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, here's a T. No, that's corny. I said to get in a bottle that was signed. I'm gonna
Yes,
make
we're
sure to
getting
get
you a
it to you
bottle.
by hook or by crook. I'm not breaking the law though to do it.
I didn't even say I
But
was gonna do that. I said if we did. It
if
was
we, if
just
we, if
a
we, right. But we're
scenario.
gonna get you that. You have not been forgotten about at all. And definitely gonna do like t-shirts and like merchandise from future reference, for future giveaways. Because this, I've done other things on this channel from the Thoris Axe. We've done the Doctor Strange medallion giveaways. All those went perfect, so I got a little ahead of myself. Yikes.
We didn't think about the law. Yeah, we
You
just
know
thought
what?
about the
Let's do a
law.
giveaway for, and it's not going to be no bottle of liquor that's signed for
Yes.
one, because that is like I'm literally going to have to drive out there. So when I come to see you, I'm going to have to come and find him.
You'll make big stops. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do something. We'll have details next week. Make sure you're a subscriber. Thank you, Julie B. Check her channel.
Yes.
Oh my God. Please go to Julie B. Deep
Yes.
Dive.
If you want to help us with the trial of Sarah, Julie, if you're still in here, that would be great. Because I need a judge, because Jerry's a hater. And I need
I'm
to see if
biased. I'm
Sarah's
definitely going to be the
biased.
prosecution against Sarah. I have her. I have. Oh, my notepad upstairs.
I don't know why you think you would even beat me to get Sarah.
She's going to get convicted. She's getting convicted. Period. Anyway.
Anyways.
Love y'all. Tap in, hit the notification bells when we go live. There'll be some other things we talk about. Some of those other things are going to be music and entertainment. We're going to talk about the placement of vampire movies. I know that is one that's coming up. Also, we do have, it'll be starting next, I think Saturday. It's not this Saturday, the next Saturday, for the From versus the Walking Dead. We have some great contests as we have Carol versus, because now that we have a date, we can work these episodes. The sons of the main characters, as we have Carl Grimes versus Ellis. The wives of the main characters, you have Lori Grimes versus Abby Stevens. You're talking all the best friends of the main character, the deputies, right? Shane versus Kenny, and then also,
Rick and Boyd.
y'all know what it is. That's a heavyweight fight. Even in my notes, I'm like, geez. But we're only going to use about 4 seasons of The Walking Dead because it'd be unfair to go through all 11 seasons and the spinoffs, and so to keep it fair. So definitely tap in. Definitely have some big things going on. And until next time, right? Peace. Love y'all. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the share. See y'all next week.